fans, welcome to the Xfinity Preview Show. I'm Alex Weaver here with Jonathan Merriman. Let's talk about Charlotte. Tyler Reddick puts on a show, dominates, wins the race. Here's what he had to say in Victory Lane.
Well, it's hats off to all Richard Childress Racing. We were pretty good going into the 2 off weeks, but we weren't really happy with where we were, and they worked really hard. We worked on a couple things, and been really good ever since we came back to Charlotte. I'm just so pumped. Just by all the work ethic, all the guys back at the shop, guys here with me today, they just worked their tail off on our Tame the Beast Chevrolet and held off Justin Allgaier, who's very hard to beat, and won at Charlotte, a place he used to hate.
Now, it was Reddick's first career win at Charlotte, but I feel like we've said his name a lot, and especially this season. Talk about what he's done this year.
Well, ever since that championship at Homestead, he's come out with a chip on his shoulder. At the beginning of this year, he didn't think he was getting his due. He drove like it, and I don't know if I've ever seen anybody in this series be as hungry as Tyler Reddick is, with a championship in their back pocket, with a couple of wins in their back pocket. I mean, he's coming out guns blazing every single week, and I mean, he might be the best race car driver in the series right now. We talk about him, you know, Alex, when Kyle Busch runs in these series, I mean, who's on his back bumper every week? Yeah. It's Christopher Bell and it's Tyler Reddick. That's good company to be mentioned with. So Tyler Reddick, watch out. If you're an Xfinity Series driver, I mean, you're going to have to beat that 2 car every week.
Well, the story, besides Tyler Reddick this past weekend, is we had a big 3 in the Cup Series last year, but now we have a big 3 in Xfinity Series. Are those the top 3 favorite that you can see making it to Homestead and being an early favorite for the championship for?
If you gave me a bracket right now, yes. Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, Tyler Reddick, they're 3 that are locked into Homestead, in my opinion. They're 3 guys that are very good at Homestead. So I think what we're seeing right now shape up in the Xfinity Series is super special. You know, names are made in the Xfinity Series. These guys have made their names here. It is absolutely awesome to watch them race door to door each week. And if you look at those guys, you know, you got 2 guys with dirt backgrounds, and then you got Cole Custer, who likes a hot slick racetrack as well. So driving styles, to me, and what they like to race on is also similar. So I think, you know, those 3 guys have a lot of the same characteristics, and they don't like to lose. I think that's a common denominator in all 3.
All right, Tricky Triangle is up next. We're heading to Pocono. I know the restarts are crazy here. So what can we expect from the Xfinity race?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide maybe going into turn 1. It's going to be insane. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I think, you know, Joe Gibbs Racing has run well here in the past. I think if you look at the big 3, it's going to come down to those guys. But let's not leave out Junior Motorsports. Got a couple of guys over there that are really hungry. I was impressed with Noah Gregson this past weekend at Charlotte. Look for him to have some success this weekend. Justin Allgaier, look for him to have some success. Michael Annett having one of the best seasons that he's had to date. So I think if you're going to look outside of the big 3, so to speak, I think you really have to look at Junior Motorsports and maybe the 9 car and the 7 car getting up there and mixing it up.
All right, you previewed a little bit. You sticking inside of the big 3, or are you going out of the box?
Man, anybody that I pick just doesn't do that well. I really want to pick Tyler Reddick, but I just have something in the back of my head that Christopher Bell's going to, you know, turn it around. You know, he had that right front tire issue at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So I'm taking Christopher Bell. I think Christopher Bell gets it done at Pocono.
All right, kind of during the show, I've changed my opinion a little bit. So I'm going to go outside of the big 3. I'm going to go with the 7 camp, Justin Allgaier.
I think it's a solid pick.
I like the Junior Motorsports.
Yeah.
All right, coming up, that is Saturday at 1 p.m. on FS1. We'll see you right back here next week before we head to Michigan.